Thank you for taking the time to learn more about how you can help local dolphins. Hubbs-SeaWorld Research Institute is a nonprofit organization that has been operating in Florida since 1997. As an authorized responder with the Marine Mammal Stranding Network, we respond to stranded whales and dolphins in Brevard, Volusia, and Flagler Counties. The intent of this video is to provide valuable information to agencies throughout our region that are the most likely to discover an injured, entangled, or deceased dolphin within intracoastal waterways. The east coast of Florida is a hot spot for bottlenose dolphin entanglements, injuries, and stranding events. Dolphin survival is often dependent on a prompt response, and unfortunately, these events often go unreported. If you encounter an entangled, severely injured, or ill dolphin, please call 1-888-404-3922 immediately. Please provide your phone number and exact location. Try to get a photo or video of the entanglement, injury, or abnormal behavior. Images of the dorsal fin will be needed to identify the dolphin and will help search and monitoring efforts. Report if the entanglement or injury is hindering the dolphin's ability to swim. Oftentimes, an injured or very sick dolphin will sit at the water's surface, float on one side, or swim in tight circles. Describe the entanglement or the wound in as much detail as possible, including gear type, color, and location on the dolphin's body, or distinct features like a unique dorsal fin. If possible, determine if the dolphin is an adult or calf. Calves will usually swim alongside the mother and will be about 1/2 to 3/4 the size of the adult. In these situations, try to take a photo of the mother as well. Assess the body condition of the animal. A thin or emaciated dolphin may have a distinct neck and visible ribs. If at all possible, please stay with the animal and enlist help to keep it in sight until help can arrive. If you do need to leave, report where you last saw the animal, at what time, and the last known direction of travel. Some situations are immediately life-threatening. This includes cases in which the dolphin appears to be anchored in place or is unable to swim or reach the surface easily. In this circumstance, please do not leave the animal. Contact stranding personnel immediately, and they will guide you through the next steps. State agencies may be asked to assist the animal if possible. Please do not intervene prior to calling. If it is determined that the situation is not immediately life-threatening, our team will need to monitor the dolphin and will work with NOAA Fisheries to determine the proper course of action. Having information regarding the animal's movement patterns is critical for monitoring and rescue efforts. Therefore, consistent sighting reports are incredibly helpful. You can help decrease these harmful interactions by remembering to enjoy dolphins from a distance and never feed a wild dolphin. Properly stow your gear to help keep waterways clean and safe for wildlife. Dispose of your fishing gear properly, and remember to pull in your fishing lines if dolphins are near. If you discover a dolphin that is stranded in shallow water and unable to swim, do not push the animal back into the water. Contact stranding personnel immediately, as a timely response by professionals can help increase the chance of survival. Here are a few steps you can take to help the animal until the response team arrives. Support the animal in an upright position. Use a minimum number of handlers and avoid petting the animal, which can cause further stress. Keep the animal cool and wet by continuously and gently pouring water over the skin, making sure to avoid the blowhole. Create shade to prevent sunburn. You may also apply wet towels, but be sure to avoid the blowhole. Provide updates to the team if the animal's condition or behavior changes. For your safety, avoid the tail area and do not try to restrain the animal if it begins to thrash. Lastly, wear proper clothing to reduce heat and cold exposure and monitor the weather. It is also possible that you could discover a deceased dolphin. Stranding responders make great efforts to recover and examine each carcass in order to gather biological information to determine the health of the individual as well as the ecosystem. Call right away if you find a deceased dolphin floating in intracoastal waters. Provide the exact location. Try to estimate the size. Does the animal look like an adult or a calf? Is the animal decomposed, or does it appear to have died recently? Take photos in case the carcass is not seen again. This is incredibly useful to help determine the age class, sex, and level of decomposition. If possible, stay near the carcass until a biologist calls you back. Since tides and winds can move the carcass far from the original location, we may request that you secure and/or tow the carcass to an accessible area. This can be done by tying a rope around the flukes and securing it to a cleat alongside your boat. When towed and secured along shore or to a dock, keep the carcass in the water, preferably in a shaded area. This will help prevent further decomposition, giving biologists the best chance of determining why the animal died. Please note, it is common when a mother loses a calf for her to push and support the carcass at the surface. In these situations, please remain at a distance and allow the mother the time and space to go through this process. The carcass will be collected and examined only once she releases it. Thank you for your time. We are so grateful for your partnership, and we look forward to working together to help local dolphins.